Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss admission requirements for master degree programs in German universities. It's a very broad topic because every German university has a different set of requirements for every program, and even the programs conducted by one university, all of them might be having a different set of requirements. So let's understand what are these requirements and how can you fulfill these. Now, admission requirements can be categorized into three different categories. First is academic requirements, second is language requirements, and third is additional requirement. This can be a case that there are some additional requirements, but it's not always the case that you have to fulfill some additional requirements other than academic and language requirements. So let's first start with the academic requirements. The most important academic requirement is that you have to come up with 2.5 CGPA in German grading system. So before we go into this detail and see what it is and how can you convert your grading system into German grading system, it is important to understand that what is a German grading system. So in Germany, if you score one, it means you have scored the maximum possible points or you have acquired maximum CGPA. And if you have acquired four, that is the lowest possible passing score or passing CGPA. If you get lower than four, then you are failed. And if you get four, it means this four correspond to 50% marks in any particular subject. So if you are scoring 50% marks out of 100, then you are getting a four. And let's see that how can we convert this uh, our local curriculum uh, CGPA into German grading system. So the formula is given at the bottom. You can see it, and it's usually called Bavarian grading system. And 90% of the German universities use this formula when they convert the foreign grades into German grading system. Now you see it's uh, the maximum score that is possible to acquire, which in some countries it's percentage. In this case, it will be 100. In some countries, it's like 4 is the maximum, and in some countries, 10 is the maximum. And then N minus ND, this ND is the CGPA or the percentage that you have acquired. If you have acquired 40% or 90% or whatever, or if it's 3 or 3.5 on a scale of 4, or if it is 7 or 8 on a scale of 10. Divided by N max is again the maximum possible grade that you can get in your grading system, minus N minimum. Now, it's very important to understand that minimum is also required. Therefore, if you provide any grading system or evidence of grading system to university, then you have to provide also some document that states the minimum passing marks. Minimum passing marks can be 40% in some universities, it can be 50%, or on a scale of 4, for example, it's 2. 2 is the minimum passing grade, or on a scale of 10, it can be 4 or 5. So it's important that you also provide this. Now you have to multiply this all with 3 and add 1 to it, and you will get your score in the German grading system. So I will show you how I do it. Just so I use this Excel, and it's the same formula that I have shown you earlier is implemented here in the Excel. And let's say that the percentage, our university is following a percentage where passing marks is 50, and I have acquired 68% marks. Now the result is 2.6. Now it is in the German grading system, which means if the university is asking for 2.5, your CGPA is higher than 2.5, which is 2.6, as you can see here. Now, the higher the score is from 2.5, the more far you are going from meeting the requirements. Now, it has to be 2.5 or lower than 2.5 in German grading system to be eligible for admission in a university. If the university requires 2.5. Now let's say that I earlier mentioned that minimum passing marks is also important. So if you change the minimum passing marks from 40 to 50, you see that its impact has changed. Um, the now your German grade is going to be 2.9, which is more on the higher side and very far from 2.5. Now let's take another example of grading system where it's 4. Now the minimum is usually 2, and let's say that I have acquired 2.8, and 2.8 in foreign grading system is also equivalent to 2.8 in German grading system. So let's make it 3.2 and see what it is. 3.2 on a scale of 4, when you convert it into German grading system, is 2.2. It means if a university is asking for 2.5, you qualify because your grading is lower than 2.5, and the lower you are, the better you are. Now let's take an example of 10, and let's say the minimum passing marks is CGPA is 5, and I have acquired, let's say, 7. Now 7 is seems quite good, but it's again above 2.5, which means it's not qualifying for a university which is asking for 2.5 CGPA in German grading system. Let's make it a bit better and change it to 8. Now it's much better. Let's make it 7.5. Now, if you are on 7.5, then you qualify for some university which is asking for 2.5 CGPA. Um, so I hope now this point is clear. Next is duration of your bachelor degree. Germany usually asks for 4 years of bachelor degree. If your bachelor degree is of 3 years or 3.5 years, it's not possible to get admission into 99% of the universities, because then you do not fulfill the academic requirements, which means you will not be getting admission. What is the option for those students who have 3 years of bachelor degree? The best option, if you want to come to Germany for higher studies, then the best option is to apply for the higher semester of bachelor degree, which means you will be getting exempted from all of the courses that you have studied at your university, and will also be the courses which will be taught in a university in Germany, and you have also acquired good grades in that, and all those courses will be exempted. Let's say the German universities are offering a bachelor degree of 3.5 years, and um, you have completed bachelor degree of 3 years in your home country, which will not be accepted. So if you compare the curriculum of both countries and see that, okay, at least 70 to 80% of the subjects are same, for which you can get an exemption. This is possible, that you might get an admission in fifth or sixth semester. but this will happen only after you are in Germany. If you apply for higher semester admission from abroad, you will not be given a letter of admission that you will start your studies from fourth semester or fifth semester onwards. Rather, you will be having a general admission letter, and it will you have to come to Germany, enroll at university, and then apply for the exemptions of your subjects. And most of the subjects are get exempted if you have performed well in those subjects, and the course content is also matching. Now the next academic requirement is that your bachelor degree should be relevant with the master degree that you are applying for. um, there are a lot of students who have engineering background, but they want to come here for a MBA or business course or a management course. German universities consider the background of students and will not give you admission to management programs, because they have clearly mentioned on their websites that they require this number of credit points from management, this number of credit points from economics, and engineering students do not fulfill these requirements. You will not be given admission. However, there are some courses, very few, you can count them on your tips. Um, there are very few courses, most of them also have tuition fee, which are kind of technical management or engineering management programs. RWTH Aachen has one course, TUM Munich has also one management course where you can be accepted with a technical background, but these are very, very less. So with that, we conclude the academic requirements. Let's move to the language requirements. Now, language requirements for engineering programs is a bit different, a bit lower. Score of IELTS is required as compared to management or business programs, where you can be asked for 7 or 7.5 maximum. I have seen for engineering programs, it starts from 5 and goes up to 6.5. 6.5 is the maximum I have seen so far for engineering programs. There is another way to fulfill this requirement, which is the medium of instruction certificate that you get from your university, that all the courses were conducted in English language, plus all the assignments were done in English language, etc. You can get it from your university, and if the university you are applying to accepts this medium of instruction certificate, then you can get one certificate from your university and include in the application documents. Now, next comes the German language requirements. Although you are applying for an English program, but there are universities which have started asking for German language proficiency certificates also. The reason is that it sounds quite strange, but the reason is that the number of applicants has increased to an extent that they are introducing some um, requirements which doesn't look like some very logical, but they are implementing these requirements to filter the students. Some universities ask for one A1 certificate, some ask for A2 also, like University of Esslingen, University of Applied Sciences Esslingen is asking for A2. Rosenheim University of Applied Sciences is asking for A2. B1 is asked by Aachen, for example, and A1 is also asked by multiple universities. So you have to check really which university are you applying to and whether they require it or not, and if they require it, which level they are asking for. Now, the last section is the additional requirement for master degree. Now, additional requirements include experience certificates. Some universities are asking for 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years is the maximum. Most of these programs are related to business and management, which are asking for this type of requirement. The next is GRE. Now, RWTH Aachen is asking for GRE, TUM is asking for engineering program, technical programs. For GRE, the score is different from both universities, therefore it's not mentioned here. It's better to check the website of university so you get actual requirement regarding the GRE. Some universities like Kaiserslautern, for example, they recommend GRE, but it's not mandatory. If you have GRE and you are applying for Kaiserslautern, then it will be having a positive impression on your um, application. Essay is also asked by a couple of universities. TUM is also one of them, which is asking an essay for its management program, which I also discussed earlier, which is required for which you can apply even having a um, technical background. Now, course content of bachelor degree is also asked by some of the universities. University of Applied Sciences Aachen asked for University of Applied Sciences Aachen and University of Applied Sciences Esslingen. They both ask for the course content or an overview of description of the subjects what you have studied in each particular subject, which topics you have studied, so you can upload this or send it along with your application documents. Modules studied in different fields. Now, Esslingen is again one example that is asking for um, modules that you have studied regarding CAD, computer-aided design, for example, material science, or the different modules, what subjects you have studied during your bachelor degree. Now, a relatively new requirement is test AS, which is asked by currently uh, Rheinwald University of Applied Sciences for its mechanical engineering program. Um, this test is most of the time required by bachelor students if they are applying for medicine in Germany. But this test AS is also asked by um, Rheinwald University of Applied Sciences for Master of Mechanical Engineering program. Therefore, I have also included it here so that you get an overview of what are the additional requirements for master degree. So if you have any additional questions, you can put it in the comment section, and I hope that all your queries are answered. If you like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel so that we can put more content on it and you get the updates. Thank you.